For Jesus. God bless you. God bless you. Have your seat. Have your seat. Today we are talking about before you succeed in life. Before you succeed. There are things you must know. There are things that are important. That every heart, every soul and spirit present here this morning or watching us must know before you succeed. That is our topic this morning, before you succeed. Psalm 1 verse 1 to 3. The book of Psalms chapter 1 from verse 1 to 3. Psalms 1 to 3. Before you succeed. Display it. Blessed is the man that walketh not in the counsel of the ungodly, nor standeth in the way of sinners, nor sitteth in the seat of discomfort. Verse 2. But his delight is in the law of the Lord, and in his law doth he meditate day and night. Verse 3. Then and he shall be like a tree planted by the rivers of waters, that bringeth forth his fruit in his season. His leaf also shall not wither, and whatsoever he doeth shall what? Whatsoever he doeth shall what? Prosper. Matthew 9 verse 17. Gospel of St. Matthew 9 verse number 17. Matthew 9 verse 17. Neither do men put new wine into old bottles, else the bottles what? The bottles will what? We break, and the wine runneth out, and the bottle perish. But they put new wine into new bottles, and both are what? Both of them are what? Preserved. Before you succeed, that is our topic this morning. Before you succeed, there is something you need to know. There is something you need to know. There is something important you must understand first. Life is about result. The result your life produces is a simple evidence of what you have inside of you. Jesus says, by their fruit you shall know them. There are things that must be done before you can receive the blessings of the Lord. The second place we read says bottles. Bottles is a symbolic statement. That bottle is talking about your body. You are like a content. There is something inside you. You are a container. That thing is called the content. If a man is a foolish man and you anoint the man, if you anoint a foolish man, the man will become highly foolish. What do you have to do? You must first of all correct the real problem. You must first of all, okay, let me give you an example. You can never give a child his inheritance until he is what? Until he is what? Thank you. Matured. Maturity. No man can receive an inheritance until you become a son. There is a difference between being a child and being a son. The reason why you have to go through training before Nigerian army can arm you is because if you give an AK-47 in the hand of an untrained person, the person will kill people. That is what they call it, accidental what? Thank you. You are very, very enlightened. Accidental discharge. You will kill people. Before you succeed, please, I want you to pay attention. I know I am talking to those that will succeed. If you are the one, can I see your hand? Wave your hands, wave your hands. Say, I am the one. Say it again, I am the one. Yes. Before you succeed, please, I want you to pay attention to these things I am about to say. By the grace of God, we are celebrating the resurrection of Jesus. Your life shall never remain the same. There is no problem in this life that have no answer. I tell you, it's either you have never met your solution or you are not ready to accept your solution. Are you following? Either you have not met your what? Solution, or you are not ready to do what? Accept your solution. A man met a prophet called Prophet Elisha, and the prophet said, go to River Jordan, dip yourself how many times? He said, there are Abana River in my country where I came from. We have a very clean and neat water. Why must I go to? And the worst is the prophet did not even come out. The prophet saw him coming. He told his boy, go and tell that man, I know him. He should go to River Jordan, wash himself 7 times. The man became offended. I thought, go and read that place. I thought he would come out. He lay his hand on my wound and say, recover, recover, recover. Hema, recover. But he never did it. He went home furiously. Bible says when he went home, his maid said, if this man said you should pay 1,000 pieces of gold, you will do it. Is it because this one, money is not involved? Are you there? People doesn't take things that they don't pay for very serious. I don't want you to be like that. Are you there? Unless you have never met your solution or you refuse to accept your what? Simple. Things to know before you succeed. Number 1 is separate yourself. Pay attention. The first place we read says, blessed is the man that walketh not in the counsel of the ungodly, nor seated in the seat of the scornful. Are you there? You must separate yourself. What I'm telling you is the reason why this miracle money will not work. If I don't tell you this, I give it to you. Some of you are returning back as old bottles. Jesus said, do not cast your pearl to what? To the swine. You don't give precious thing to people that doesn't value it. Are you there? The reason why I follow Jeremiah is because Jeremiah is my university. Everything about him is a school to me. And everything he teaches us, he teaches me, I put it at work immediately. Separate yourself. Separate yourself. Change some of the people you call your friend. I am going to be practical so that you understand it. And I will make it short. I said it either last week or 2 weeks ago. Among 5 people you call your best friends, your life will never be different from their life. Or they possible. What you follow in life matters. Who you follow matters in life. It is better you don't have a friend than having friends who doesn't have vision. People that are comfortable at their present situations. Hey, you are making mistake. God can never take you beyond how far your eyes can see. Are you there? As far as your eyes can see, that is where God will take you to. If you have people that have eyes but they don't have visions, you will end up like them. Separate yourself. Life is too short. You must separate yourself. You must live a different life. You don't come back from church this afternoon. You go back to your old ways. You are wasting your time. You can never be doing one thing over and over and over again and have a different result. Or they possible. No prayer can change it. First of all, you must advise yourself before people will advise you. Are you there? You must decide, I will not live like my kindred. The first thing God did for Abraham was to separate him. Separate him from his father's house. You must. Separating yourself does not mean you will not communicate. Change some things you are doing that does not profit you. Are you following? Change some of the things you are doing that is not adding anything to your life. Huh? I told you people, my wife is a witness, okay? Anytime there is light at home and I touch a remote, huh? I am going to Mercy TV to watch Prophet Jeremiah. If you go to the house of a musician, huh? Even in his room, he have keyboard where he rehearse from time to time. He doesn't have time watching football. Are you hearing me? I'm not saying watching football is a sin. No? Are you there? But if you are going far, you will understand that some of those things are distractions. Most especially if it will take a place of hard work in your life. There is no miracle for a lazy man. You must separate yourself. This is very, very important. Another reason why you have to separate yourself is because not only physical influence, where you come from. Do you know that where you come from influences you? Even how you talk. If you are Ngwa man, you will be speaking Ngwa dialect. Is it true? If you are from Anambra State, you will be speaking Anambra dialect. If you are from Calabar, the same thing. Where you came from matters. it will influence you. Now, the second reason why you need to separate yourself is because there are wicked people that you should not associate with. If you associate with them, you will receive the same punishment they will receive. Listen to this, okay. God can never treat an unrighteous person the same way he would treat a righteous person. God will never do it. Even if we are in the same Nigeria, even if we are in the same Abia state, the destiny of a righteous man can never be the same destiny of an unrighteous man. That was why God had to separate Lot and his family before he destroyed Sodom and Gomorrah. If you are being righteous to yourself, to your own advantage. It's not to another person's advantage. Living a righteous life is simple. Do to others what you want others to do what? To you. Use your conscience. The same thing happened in the book of Genesis when God destroyed the world with flood. He can never, even if in the whole of Abia state there is only 3 righteous people, those 3 righteous people can never suffer the same fate with what the unrighteous people will suffer for. Are you following? God has a way of extracting them and punishing others. You must separate yourself. A man called Jonah was traveling, and because of him, God punished everyone in the boat. Is it true? One wicked man that is your friend can attract curse, punishment, failure to your life. That is why you need to separate yourself. Psalm 1 from verse 1 to 3. Verse 3 says, you shall be like a tree that is planted by the rivers of water. Judgment is not when you die, it has started already. Are you following? In fact, some people are already in hellfire while they are still alive. What I'm saying is the truth. What you call first heaven is when you sleep. If you are here, you don't sleep, you are already in hell. God have made it that when you sleep, you have peace. But if you cannot have peace when you are asleep, already you are in hell. What am I talking about? You must separate yourself before God blesses you. He prepares you. This is a preparation going on. Are you there? Some of you, you drink with your money. Are we talking about drinks? No. But when it becomes a bad habit, it will affect your destiny. Some of you, it is one attitude or the other that does not contribute positively to your life. And you have around you friends that are cheering you up, clapping for you. You must separate yourself. Some of you hear things, if you don't lie, you will not make it. Who told you? Some of you think if you don't cheat, you will not make it. Who told you that? And since you have been lying, what have you achieved? Since you have been cheating, Where have your cheating taken you? Nowhere. That is what is called clear conscience, a pure heart. Jesus said, even the God of this world will come and try me. If they found nothing in you, they cannot condemn you. But if they found something in you, they will condemn you. There are some blessings you'll be praying for in the realm of the spirit you are not qualified. Why? Because either the life you are living or people you are surrounded with. In that very situation, you have to separate. You have to live a different life. You have to live a life of example. The worst is that you don't know how short this world is. Yesterday, Saturday, before he came here, I saw a man standing like this. And his friend from behind was scolding him. Do you want to kill yourself? Because your wife died. You want to kill yourself? Another person came and joined him. They started consoling him. This is a man like highest 40 years old. He have lost his wife. Nobody knows when he or she will die. Are you there? You don't know. You cannot tell. Even if you make millions and billions, God have made it. You brought nothing into this world. You are going with nothing. If anything happens to you right now, even your clothes, your family will share it. In fact, the first person to enter your house, first of all, carry your phone, put inside his pocket. Your phone have become his phone immediately. He'll be looking into your, do you have any document anywhere? Land, property, this one or that one. If you have ATM card, everything you call your own will automatically, in fact, the things you are calling your own now was somebody's property yesterday. Even before it became that person's property, it was another person's property. Everything you have now is just for a while. There is a way you have to live this life without consciousness. Because it's just for a while. We are going somewhere. Separate yourself. Don't let your flesh cause your limitation. The highest thing you can do is to just eat. The one that entered your mouth is the one you have. The other ones does not belong to you. The one that entered your mouth is the one you have. Before you succeed, try to separate yourself. If you don't separate yourself, you may not go far. Number 2, strange gods. Strange gods. Let's read the book of Malachi chapter 2 verse 11. Strange gods. Before you succeed, I want you to understand this, that there is no light in Igwogwo. There is no light there. That is not an option. Malachi, do you have it? Display it. 2 verse 11. Judah had dealt treacherously, and an abomination is committed in Israel and in Jerusalem. For Judah had profaned the holiness of the Lord, which he loved, and had what? Married the daughter of a strange god. This is one thing God can never tolerate. Idol worship. Idol worship. There is no light day. The moment you step into there, you have disconnected yourself from the covenant of Abraham. Don't let Satan deceive you. There is no sacrifice they will do for you that will open your door. Bible says, the blessings of God make it rich and added no sorrow. Some of you, you have gone there before. One day I lost my thing many years ago. And then my best friend in those days, I called him on phone and said, my brother, the thing that happened to me was, I was keeping 30-something thousand naira in my house. More than 10 years ago. A thief came and took either 37,000 and took 20,000 and left 17,000 naira for me. When I came back to put my money where I used to put it, I held the bag. It has reduced weight. I said, what is going on? I open it, count it, 17,000 instead of 37,000. If I tell my neighbors, they will say, this thief is a good thief. Oh. He did not steal everything. This man is a good thief. This man have pity on you. I went and I told my landlord. The landlord said the same thing. Oh, that you have luck. Oh, this thief did not steal everything. Oh. That 20,000 was still penning me. When I called my brother, he said, see me tomorrow morning. I went to his shop, Bakasi here. When I went to his shop, he says, my brother, there is a place I will take you. If you want, it is two things. Either you want to find out the person or they will deal with the person for you. I said, he says, yes. I said, okay, let's go now. He said, wait for small, let me finish what I'm doing. We go. After some minutes, he said, my brother, come, do you have some money with you there? I said, like how much? He said, do you have at least 10,000? Plus the 20,000 I lost, though. I said, 10,000, up to 10,000. He says, let's just hold it. I said, my brother, instead of spending another 10,000 on top of 20,000 I lose, let me bear it. Let me endure it. Problems everywhere. Idols. Any family where they worship idols in the past, watch what is happening there. People will be struggling. People will be stopping on the way. Nothing will be working in this family. I have a friend who I met in Bible school. He said his father was a strong man in those days. To the level that his father was one of the people that sold slaves in their village in those days. Not just selling slaves. This man was a strong native doctor. He said, there is a particular dream I used to dream. In those days, every time I will be fighting with masquerade. Every time I will be fighting with masquerade. A strong, big masquerade. Not only that, if you watch his life, he is the only son. His sister's life. One of his sisters is married almost 12 years, or more than 12 years now. No child. The younger sister, I don't know whether to call it a master in mathematics. That girl, she is a master. If she is teaching in your school and you insult her, she will pack her bags and go immediately. Her brain is like computer. But this woman is now up to 40 years, no husband. The young man I'm talking about is a graduate. Was working in Nigerian immigration. Not up to 2 years after he got this job, he lost the job. This very young man is married. The same thing happening to his sister is happening to him. He have no child. Nothing is working for him. God knows I am not mocking him. A graduate in secular university, a graduate in Bible school. The last time I met him, he said, "Can you help me along Umode Osisioma? I need company job. I'll be paying 35,000. Even as a man of God who went through Bible school, he haven't started. He's just like stranded in life. What am I saying? Idols, run away from them. They can tell you to bring this, and bring this. There is no light there. They can never bring real breakthrough. If you want real breakthrough, you need to receive light. And the light I'm talking about is Jesus Christ. That's why the Bible says Jesus is the only way, the truth, and the life. You don't just have to go to church like people are going to church. You must develop personal relationship with God. In fact, you need a spiritual father to crown it all. So that you will need, from time to time, some directions that will help you. Going to idols is a waste of time. It attracts what is called God's judgment. Idol worship attracts God's judgment. You need to run away. In my own compound in the village, my grandfather welcomed them, gave them a land. My grandfather, we have plenty of land. They came from one village. The mother was a witch. When I'm talking about witch, it is not accusation. That is what is called accusing people. She is behaving like a witch. No. When she was alive, many people have come, most especially hunters, have come to our compound and warned the woman face to face. If I see you in my way another night, I will shoot you. This woman died. His son became a native doctor. When this man was alive, that was the first place, the first time I entered the altars of native doctor. Because it's in our compound. We used to play around, go there, accompany the children to sweep the place. Until my father began to tell me, don't eat anything from there. I have seen that man in my eyes. If I'm saying the truth, God is my witness. They will bring a kuko, a fowl. They will break the two legs. They will not kill the fowl. They will allow the fowl to be walking around with broken legs. And you will think it's a fowl, it's a human being. They have turned crippled. Huh? This one is real. God is my witness. I am standing before the Holy Spirit. I have seen them bringing a kuko, a fowl. They use razor blade and cut the tongue of the fowl. Blood was coming out. They did not kill the fowl. They let it go like that. In my eyes, God is my witness. The man was a strong man who married 2 wives. His second wife died. I don't know what happened. They said he buried her without waiting. The next day, somebody came and said, your wife appeared to me and said, bring me out. I am still alive. Like play. An old man came and said, I saw your wife. She said, bring me out. I am still alive. When the wars begin to spray around, the people in the kindred begin to reason whether we are going to bring this woman out to Ancheko. If she is dead, we close it back. If she is still alive, we bring her up. The man says, no. It can never happen. And the woman died through childbirth. Now listen to what happened. After many days, attacks. In fact, it was the woman that killed him. The woman was slapping or flogging him. He was crying, shouting, leave me alone, leave me alone. That is not all. The problem is what have befallen his children. His first son was in this town. I don't know whether he's still here. He used to stay in Ngwaro side also. He was a tailor. I don't know whether he's still in tailoring right now. The young man, a strong man like this, but gradually, after his father's death, he started losing strength. Like, you see a man walking on the road like this. You will see him, his hand is not like this. Walking like this. His leg is no strength again. The worst is, he doesn't close his mouth like this. He cannot. Normally, he cannot do it like this. Or just hold it like this. They used to tie him one long cloth. This sickness have taken him even to Enugu State. Nobody can help him. His jaws does not hold. This young man got married many years ago, no child. I'm not telling you one, I'm not telling you two. His second son got married, the same problem, no child. Have only one daughter. The first daughter died in pregnancy. The third son is already an imbecile. The fourth son traveled to Obodo Oyibo in 2012. I can remember because he was very, very close to me. I used to live in his house before I found my own house. He traveled 2012. Bought a trip of sand, moved small blocks, and that was all. Since that 2012 till today, the young man have never stepped into Nigeria. Everywhere is upside down. It may not affect you right now. It may affect your children. Oh. There is no light where there is no God. The spirit they worship is not genuine. The spirit they worship can kill if you can pay. Are you there? Do you know why God is incorruptible? If your hand is clean and your enemy is praying for you to die, you will not die. But if your enemy takes your name to a demon in their altar and make a sacrifice, the demon will come after you. What the demon knows is sacrifice. They don't have light. Let's read the book of Exodus chapter 20 verse 5. Displayed Exodus 20 verse 5. Strange gods. There is nobody here that can come out and say, I am a millionaire today. It was one native doctor that made me a millionaire. Even in your street, point one person and say, Ogo Rogo, the man will lock you up. Because there is no light there. Listen. You see white people, they are very, very intelligent. If when you go to America, you will see shrines, shrines, shrines. That is when you will understand that there is profit in worshiping idols. These people, they don't go where there is no gain. Are you following? Jesus is the light. Exodus 20 verse 5. Can we read it? Thou shalt not bow down thyself to them, nor serve them. For I, the Lord thy God, I am a jealous God, visiting the iniquities of the fathers upon the children, unto the third and fourth generation of them that hate me. You may be suffering from what you are suffering right now. It is not your sin, no, but your father's sin. That is why you need a spiritual father. The reason why you need a spiritual father is because the person will become your father spiritually. And then his covenant with God will override the covenant your biological father have with what? Idols. Are you following? As simple as that. Strange gods. It doesn't matter what happened in your marriage. If God cannot help you, be patient. Oh. Don't go to idols. If you go there, you are making the matter worse. The highest thing they can do is to kill one person off. Any day you make it a any day you kill somebody, you have committed a grievous sin. That shall never be your portion. Number 3 is called immorality. Before you succeed, pay attention. Immorality. You are sleeping around. Most especially you are a man, you are under the sound of my voice. Immorality will close your doors. You will think you are going far, you are not going any far. You will think you are smart. Who told you that a man cannot manage one woman? Huh? The problem is not the pleasure. It is what follows it. There are some women, if you go into them, your light will go down. There are some women, if you go into them, anything you are expecting. In fact, there are some women you don't even need to go into them physically. Just see them in your dream romancing you. Forget about it. Women are gates. When a good spirit wants to come into the world, he will come through a woman. When a demon wants to come into the world, it will come through also a woman. Are you there? That is why they are easily possessed. The spirit you have right now was given into you when you were in your mother. And you came out of your mom. Some women have demons inside there. You are a man. You want to make it after you go back. If you are not married, look for a woman. Hold yourself. It is not enjoyment. You are killing your star. What I'm telling you, God is my witness. Immorality. Malachi chapter 2 verse 14. Let's read Malachi chapter 2 verse 14. Immorality. Give us good news. Malachi Yes. Chapter 2. Verse 14. We are going to read 14, 15, and 16. Good news. All right, display it. Malachi chapter 2. Verse 14. Is this good news? You ask why he no longer accepts them. This is talking about your prayer. You are asking why is it that when I kneel down and pray, nothing happens. You call the name Jesus, Jesus, Jesus. You are still having attacks. Look up. Let's see it. It is because he knows you have broken your promise to your who? To your wife. You marry when you were what? Listen to this, oh, please. I am not telling you what is sweet today. God is my witness. I don't even preach what is sweet. Anything God tell me, I don't care, I will say it. Bring it back. She was your partner, and you have broken your promise to her. Although you promised before God that you will be faithful to her. Verse 15. Next verse. Didn't God make you one body and one spirit with her? What was his purpose in this? It was that you should have children who are truly God's people. So make sure that none of you break what? I'm not the one that wrote it. Oh. Are you following? Give us next verse. I heard the voice, says the Lord, God of Israel. I hate it when one of you does such cruel thing to his wife. Make sure that you do not break your promise to be faithful to your what? Not only women, wife. Even you as a woman here. If you are cheating on your husband will not go far. You are wondering why your husband is not making it. And you are sleeping around. You think you are a smart woman. That is why your business is going down. You will continue, you will still be having problem. Go to any mountain and pray. If you don't change the old bottle, even if I give you all I have, it will still go. Are you aware that when a rich man gives you money, if you don't have spirit to preserve the money will go back? Are you aware? Some of you here are not aware. When a rich man gives you money, it is not blessing. That is why the worst thing you can come here to do is to beg me for money. If you come here to beg me, I may help you. Huh? I do help people. But that is not the best I can do for you. The best thing I can do for you is to what? Show you the way. It is to show you the way. I don't struggle. I don't struggle. It is a covenant I made with God. Unless I don't need it. And God told me, it doesn't matter, don't lie. I can never prophesy to you and say, go and bring money. God made a covenant with me since 24th of August. I am not expecting anything from any one of you here. I am expecting things from God. It's God that will touch you and say, bless me. And when he does, you have no. Do you know where my blessings is coming from? I am too far to be frustrated. I am so far. I cannot be frustrated. God told me I will never lack. You are here. Even if your family contribute money, or you saw the land, each origin business, and you are still the old you. You are still a womanizer. You are still a cheater. Even if I pour all the bottles of oil I have upon your head, you are still the same. As long as your body is still containing what is called the spirit of immorality. Bible says light and darkness have nothing in what? When the light is coming and he finds unclean things inside you, he will go back. When the angels of God comes, okay, let me give you an expo. This one is classified expo. This one is what? Classified expo. As a man of God, if I want to do healing today, pray for the sick. And I will pray and say, check. I must stay away from my woman. As a man of God, though, the reason is not that my woman is bad, but intercourse is what is called pleasure of the soul. You have to starve your soul. Some of you are fasting and your soul is not fasting with you. We have what is called fasting of the flesh, fasting of the soul, and fasting of the spirit. I have taught you here. When you are into strong fasting, you don't watch TV. If I do it last night, even though I did not commit sin, it's my wife. If I come this morning and say, everyone here, lay your hand where you're sickness. In the name of Jesus, come out. Remember, I am using the name of Jesus. Number 2, remember, I am called. But because I did not keep the law. Are you there? I can never have that result. That is why those of you that now have more than one woman, you are married, you have 2 side chicks. This Easter they are calling you. Since yesterday your phone is ringing. Some of you will be putting it busy. She will say, no problem now. Let me see your call next time. After Easter, you take your phone, you are calling your side chick. What you will hear, thunder fire you. I called you during Easter, you did not pick my call. And now Easter is over, you want to remember me. Are you following? Immorality will not lead you anywhere. This is for your own good. That is for those that want to go far. Are you following? If you want to go far, can I see your heart? It doesn't matter what you are doing, you will go far in the name of Jesus. Alright, number 4, wickedness. Before you succeed in life, I want you to pay attention to this. Wickedness will destroy your destiny. It is not enough to be talented. It is not enough to be even anointed. Your attitude matters a lot. Wickedness. Let me shock you. Hosea chapter 4, verse 2. Hosea chapter 4, verse 2. Hosea chapter 4, verse 2. We are going to read 2 and 3. By swearing and lying and killing and stealing and committing adultery, they did what? They break out and blood touch blood. Give us good news, that please. That verse 3, good news. Verse 2 rather. They make promises and break them. They lie. They murder. They steal. They commit what? Crimes increase. And there is one murder after another murder. Verse 3. And so the land will dry up, and everything that lives on it will die. All the animals and the birds, and even the fish will what? Give us King James, that very place, King James. Therefore shall the land mourn, and everyone that dwelleth therein shall what? Now, it is not the land, it was not the land that committed the sins, but the land we mourn, and everyone living in it will languish. Bring it back. With the beasts of the field, and with the fowls of heaven. Yea! Can you remove that banner? The fishes of the sea also shall be what? Can you pronounce that last word? Taking what? Away. Some of you don't know why money was taken away from you. Everything you have was given to you. But that one you cannot have. If you give money to a wicked man, he will kill everybody. Are you following? Money is power. You cannot give power to anybody anyhow. That is why some things was taken away from you. Taken away. It means it is not coincidence. That even your fish, you go into fishery business, your fish will be dying. You go into poultry business, your birds will be dying. You go into farming business, nothing is working. Something has been taken away from you. The little that will be allowed for you is just for bread. Until you come close to your grave. Now, when somebody is dangerous, what does the government do to the person? The government will lock up the person. Is it true? Are you there? There are people, their destinies has been locked up because of their wickedness. If God led them to succeed, our generation will suffer. In fact, you are complaining Tinubu. If you give them the opportunity, you give Tinubu, dollar will become 5,000. Wickedness. You can never be wicked and you expect miracle. Check your heart. If there is something you are doing that when others do it to you, you will not like it, you are the one I'm talking to. Go and read the book of Matthew chapter 7 verse 12. Can you display it? Bring it. Matthew chapter 7 verse 12. Wickedness. Blessings will be taken from you. Favor will be taken from you. Peace at home will be taken from you. Even customers will be taken from you. You have a small opportunity to relate with somebody, you defraud the person. I told you just a few days ago, we did a program in February, and we hosted 2 billboards. That 2 billboards is 147,000 for 1 month. The man I gave the contract, the one he put at Ariaria Junction, he put it where you cannot even see the address of the place you are going to. Huh? Not only that, you cannot even see the phone number of the people that are doing the program. In fact, if you are looking at the billboard, you are seeing only picture. One of our members came to church and said, Pastor, I saw the billboard, but you cannot see the address, not even the phone number. I said, what? I went there, I see it. I called the man on phone. The man said, you have paid, you have paid. Not forgetting my 140-something thousand is running. That one at Ariaria Junction is 70-something thousand. If you divide it under 30 days, that's 70-something thousand. It is more than 2,000 naira every day. The man said, you have paid, you have paid. I said, the voice record is still in my phone. I said, I leave it for you and God. Simple. But the time you put this billboard here, you saw it, and the man have other boards, even in Ariaria Junction, that is empty. I told him, let me give these boys that used to hang it for you, let me give them extra money to remove it there and put it another place. The man said, you have paid, you have paid. Tomorrow, will I go back? Will I go back to that same man for business? Are they possible? If you are doing good, you are doing it to yourself. Remember tomorrow. Remember tomorrow. You think the person you are dealing with is a stranger. Huh? One day, angels will test you. Before God blesses you, angels will come to test you. Bible says Abraham was a good man. He takes care of strangers. He never knew that those 3 men were not ordinary. Even though he had a revelation that these 3 men are not ordinary men. He brought them in, he fed them. As they were eating, they said, where is Sarah, your wife? They said, by this time next year, Sarah shall be with a child. And Abraham was 99 years as at this very time. Sarah laughed. They said to Sarah, is there anything God cannot do? She said, I didn't laugh. Strangers. The same strangers went straight to Sodom and Gomorrah. They went to test the people living in Sodom and Gomorrah. Bible says, the same people, the same way they handle strangers. They saw strangers in this country, in this state. It is no longer raping women. No. Men rapes men. Homosexualism is nothing. If you don't agree, they will force you. When Lot saw them, he said, these men are not ordinary men. Come and pass a night in my house. This very territory is a dangerous territory. They came. They were people on assignment. They were following him. They went into Lot's house. Lot prepared food, prepared drinks. Few hours later, the men of the city have gathered together. They said, Lot, bring out. We saw 2 men that were coming with you. We want to have carnal knowledge of them. Lot says, please, these are my friends. They are strangers. Leave them. Take my 2 virgin daughters. In the land of Sodom and Gomorrah, where nothing works, Lot was able to raise 2 virgin daughters. They said, no. What we want to have is carnal knowledge of these men. We don't need your daughters. They never knew that it was a test. Now, God, being a righteous God, he said, take you and your children, begin to run. We have come to destroy this land. That is why I told you, God can never treat the unrighteous the same way he will treat the righteous. In anything you are doing, one day, many of you here will never be up to more 50 years. It's not a curse, it's a reality. Some of you will go 20 years later. Some of you will go 30 years later. What do you contribute to the generation that witness you? It is doing Yahoo Yahoo. These days, if you lose your phone, you are in trouble. They will use your phone and defraud everybody in your contact. Call them, this person is in FMC. Even if it's just 10,000 cents. Our generation is gradually, and some parents, I have day, my God, people are not using their conscience again. People are not using their, when your child is coming home with bags of rice, somebody is crying somewhere. They defrauded. I told you a story here, either 1 month ago. One of our followers on WhatsApp, in our WhatsApp group, a lady in Germany, she told me she was having problem with her marriage. Okay, she's up to 12 years, no child. We were praying. She said, I used to conceive, but I will lose the pregnancy. I said, okay, thank God you have met me. I know something I can tell you will do. If you conceive, you will never have miscarriage. She said, okay, we were waiting. Then, she never knew that her husband impregnated somebody in Africa. The two of them are in Germany. Okay? Then, even when this happened, she was trying to manage the situation. I was still telling her, God can even favor you. God can even give you your own. She was having faith. Until one day, somebody chat her on WhatsApp. And they target lonely people. Friendship don't start. The young man said, we will marry, we will do this. I am in America. Friendship don't start. The young man said, there is one business one old woman around me used to do. Now the old woman is sick. She is in the hospital. I want to start the business for you. The Yahoo boy said, there is one, I don't know what she called it. They will import from one Asia country to her in Germany. Then she will supply it to pharmaceutical companies. The young man said, okay, I have sent the money for them. They are preparing the goods. It's about 40-something thousand euros. Lies. She was expecting. The young man was gaming her now. The man knows nothing is coming. It's a game. 2 weeks later, she said she got a call. And they said, are you so and so person? She says, yes, I am. They said, we have your goods in Paris airport. It was coming from Asia to Germany, but we have to seize it because you don't have international importation license. That is where he started. They made videos of cartons and send it to her. They said, this is your goods. Is this not your name on it? She believed. She contacted the young man. The young man said, what? I never knew. The same man that called them from France said, okay, I will give you a contact in Cameroon. Since you are from Cameroon, somebody that will help you in Cameroon to do the license in Cameroon. If you do it in France, it will become expensive. Do it in Cameroon. Another contact, their contact. The man that is doing the license from Cameroon demanded close to 16,000 euros for the certificate, up to 4 certificates. The man that said he is her friend, we're sending her fake transfer receipt, saying, I have sent them this money, send your own. I have sent them this money, send your own. Even when I told her, forward me one of the receipts. When she forwarded me one of the receipts, I look at it, I said, this is not real. She told me it is remaining 1,600 euros. In fact, the reason why she called me was, Papa, pray for me. I want to borrow 1,600 euros. People does not want to give me the money. I said, which business? You know what is called code from head to toe. I told her, okay, tell that your friend, it is remaining 1,600 euros, right? Says yes. Ask him how much can you contribute. She chatted the man. The man said, okay, I can give you 700 euros so that you pay the other one. I said to her, tell that young man to send you the 700 euros. You will complete it and send it to them. Immediately she sent it. The man blocked her. Block her immediately. All the money she saved, being not less than 10 years in Germany, all the money she saved, gone. Somebody will be smiling somewhere while another person is crying somewhere. Conscience. These people, watch his life. He may use that money to build 4 dig. Huh? He may use that money to buy lands everywhere. Watch his children. When we come out 3 children, they will become useless. I am telling you, the judgment is there. The judgment is already there. Before you succeed, please, make sure you use your conscience in anything you are doing. Bring us that Matthew. We are going to summarize with that. Matthew 7 verse 12. Therefore all things whatsoever ye would that men should do to you, do ye even so to them. For this is the law and the prophets. What this place means, this is the teaching of the law of Moses. Everything that was written in the law of Moses is simple. Do to others what you want others to do to you. All the teachings of the prophets, it is simple. Do for others what you want others to do for you. Simple. Your conscience. If you can do this, you shall be like a tree that is planted at the rivers of water. Listen, if you know you will not do this, forget this miracle money. It is better you don't take it. Because taking it is useless. No grace will follow you. You are going home deceiving yourself. When you are going home, you are going home as a new man, as a new woman. Are you following? Stand up on your feet, everybody. We are going to pray. Ask for mercy. It doesn't matter what you have done in the past. Ask for mercy. Ask for mercy. Whether you did it knowingly or unknowingly, ask for mercy.